So yes, day 5. I got up, tried to get up at 6:30. That wasn't happening. I went back to bed. Surprisingly got up at 7, which doesn't sound crack-a-dawn to some people, but when you're going to bed around 2 and you've been out all day, it was hard. You can hear it in my voice. I still have got, is the big dog here? Anyway, got the free coffee and croissant from the Continental Breakfast, which is the only thing worth getting, and I just walked out with it, and they're like, that's all you want? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Don't even need to sit down. Went, got the bus, got here, it's about 7:45, and I'm walking over to the convention center, so I should get there in plenty of time to get online. I'll try to get on the professional line to get to the floor exactly at 9 or a minute before 9. I'm gonna go straight to Nickelodeon to try to get Usagi Yojimbo. If I don't get it, well, at least I tried. And then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Head over to the Tick maybe, try to avoid that line. But I'm here very early, so. Also, it's nice. It's like, I don't know what it is, 65, 70, no humidity. If it was like this all day, every day, I would never leave here. I was gonna go a different route to avoid the crowds over here where there's the Kong Skull Island and all that stuff. But apparently it's so early, none of this is open yet. So, yeah, avoiding crowds already. Yep, and here's the main thoroughfare, and less than Thursday. So it's still before 8. The show floor at the earliest usually opens at 9. I'm not sure where I'm going. They let me in. I wasn't sure if they let me in because I was a pro or just they're letting everyone in. And last time there was a separate line. I asked if there was a separate line. They said, no, there's no getting to the front of the line or whatever, which I've never had as a pro, so I'm not sure if they know what they're talking about, but I'm going over here to look for the line to get on. I don't know where these people are going or where those people are going. I'm gonna ask someone else. All right, well, I just asked a different security guard, and they said I could just get right on the show floor, which seems better than I've had in the past, and the complete opposite of what I was just told, so we'll find out. So this is the line which they're saying takes about 15-20 minutes to move up once it's open. There is no pro line this year. There is no other line. There is no getting in early unless you're an exhibitor. And yeah, I don't know. I probably didn't need to waste my time coming in early then. So a few minutes to 8, and the herd is moving into the queue for slaughter. That's the behind. That's the in front. Looks like I'm in the middle, but I actually think I'm much closer to the front. A few minutes after 9, and they finally let us in, thus beginning the descent to madness. That's where that's bad. All right, show floor is still not too busy. Ran right to walked, power walked right to Nickelodeon, got on the line. It was the overflow line. Actually, didn't get on the line. Found where the line was in the overflow line against the wall. Already too late. Line was capped. Wouldn't let anybody in. And when people were just getting there, like, is this the line? Like, there was like 5 volunteers, security guard people, like, yelling at the top of their lungs, like, get out of here. The line is capped. Get out of here. So they might let more people in. I got to circle back, but I feel like I'm going to miss out on the figure by that point. But I'll try. And I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, I need to be going that way. I need to be going the other way. A cool Ninja Turtle setup. I'll take that home, please. That's pretty cool. Wet. Animatronic lion, or tiger rather. I know my cats for Walking Dead. Look at these guys. They're so full of themselves ever since they got those TV shows. What big heads. Blah, 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 blah. You see this Lego Luke. This is now my favorite over the Flash. Back at IDW. Struck out at Nick, so I'm here to get my Gem of the Hologram spin that hopefully they haven't sold out of yet. Today is the release day, so I should be okay. I got a big stuffy Lockheed for the Inhumans. I think what I should do is run over there, jump on him, and snuggle with him. Nobody will stop me, right? Nobody. They'd understand. Well, failed. I tried to get Q this, I forgot how to say it, Kuji Kobe, the little thing that Louise has in Bob's Burgers. I finally found the booth. It was like a weird numbering system, but they had capped that line as well. So now I'm heading back to try Nick one more time. I'm not optimistic, but I figure I'll just try one more time. On the way, though, I got a free comic book monster t-shirt from Previews, which is cool. It is extra large, but it's free, and I didn't even have to stand in line, so that's good. It's official. I almost was able to get on the Nick line, but Usagi is sold out. Then I thought they have a Baxter Stockman pop, and that's sold out too, so fail. All right, back outside, having failed at everything but getting the pin inside. I walked through the convention center for most of it, which is good because even though it's overcast, it is starting to get hot now. And I'm heading over to the Tick offsite. Those were people arguing about religion, which is something you always see at Comic-Con. I don't know why exactly. Hey, look, I've got my butt on the Tick's head. So those articulated antenna I saw before are actually being controlled by people online here. You get a minute to play with the control thing. I'm not there yet. Maybe in 20 minutes. And then I will move those.
So if this one's done moving, go ahead and push it, I guess, one more time.
I think that kid destroyed this car.
Terror wave in the city. Now, I don't have time to tell you where everything is, but if you really are who the Tickling people are, then you'll know where to look. And all he told me was that Destiny called and she said, "You have the suit." Literally have no idea what that actually means, but I'm really hoping it means you have what it takes to be a hero. Oh man, they're here. It's up to you now. Go. You can only hold them up for so long. Good luck.
I'm not messing around here, alright?
Oh! I'll be doing Mr. Green Screen in a minute. So here's just more environmental graffiti, and then they got posters of the actual characters that are doing the show. That was pretty fun. It was like a real escape, but without a lot of thinking, just a lot of quick searching. You have 4 minutes in each room, so the whole thing was about 10 minutes. But I got a customized baseball t-shirt. You get to pick what you want, you get to pick what goes on it, so that's kind of cool. And I got a free poster as well. So, tick, escape room accomplished. So I'm walking outside, I hit myself with some more sunscreen, and I'm trying to decide, I guess I'm going back into the con floor, but I'm not sure what there is left to do. Maybe I'll hit the portfolio review area again and see if I could squeeze some of that in. Once again, they've readjusted at the Hasbro display. Here you can see they have the, I guess they're calling it the Defenders wave, but it's basically the Netflix wave. I'm actually not that interested in any of them except for Man-Thing. Daredevil looks kind of cool. And then there's Guardians Wave 2, which is in stores. And then up here it looks like more comic book style Defenders with Iron Fist and Luke Cage, etc. That Black Bolt looks insane with his weird crazy mouth. I don't know who that is. It's some new Phoenix, I guess. I like it. And then a new Ghost Rider that I may or may not get. I like that it has a motorbike man, because he's a ghost bike motor man. Oops, excuse me. This is the wave I was waiting for. We got Spider-Punk and Gwenpool, so me and Q are going to be happy about that. And then, I don't know if that's Toxin, one of the symbiotes, I don't know. Cool, classic, Mysterio. Yeah, I like those three for sure. And then some more of these big guys that I don't really care about. A classic Liefeld looking Cable, and a new Deathlock. I was thinking about getting that old crappy Deathlock. I am glad I didn't. And another Deadpool, and a Rainbow Skittle Deadpool, and a bunch of small figures that I don't care about. Hood Down Wolverine. Oh, these are made like the old Toy Biz ones. That's cool. And they redid Pizza Spidey. This is cool. I wonder if is he always playing the Green Ranger?
I think so. Or white.
Or white, yeah, there you go. Really good Gru cosplay. Here he is. There's a Rebel X-Wing or Snowspeeder, a Rebel fighter pilot outfit. The Starbucks up here does not sell cappuccino, and I'm not interested in any regular coffee. I'm a little sweaty. What? Weird, right? I'm over here in the sales meeting area for the portfolio review. In previous cons, last I didn't come here, but every con previous, I spent a lot of time here, hours. Positive feedback, some with not so positive feedback, but I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know if I'll do it again. I'm here because it's Upper Deck. I don't know if I'd bother with any of these small press comic publishers that either weren't interested in me or wanted to pay no money, or I don't know. I don't know. What I'm saying is, I know that I don't know. Still here in the portfolio review area. These people are done. They're eating their lunch. This is the booth I'm waiting for. There's like 4 people ahead of me, and I think they're closing in about 8 minutes. So just like with exclusives and panel lines and everything else, sometimes you wait and don't get in, and that's whatever. I had a nice little break. I have my iPad with me because I was using that as my digital portfolio, and I was like, oh, I'll get some drawing done. and I've been bringing my iPad and my Apple Pencil every day. Never had a chance where I was really sitting down and could use it, except maybe outside, and I didn't want to be baking in the sun, and I didn't bring the Apple Pencil. I remembered I took it out last night because I had brought it every day and not used it, and I was afraid it would break, so I didn't bring it today. The day when I had at least an hour where I could have been drawing. Tried drawing with my finger, looks terrible, not working. All right, walking back through the sales pavilion. I'm gonna take a lap over here, maybe get a glimpse of whoever happened. Oh, look at that, that's awesome. That's from League of Legends, I think, but that's one of those costumes that even if you don't know what it's from is awesome. I did a portfolio review. I went to Upper Deck and I didn't have a card, set ready to go, but I told them, I just showed them my pinups and things like that, a lot of my Godzilla stuff, and they seemed interested. I said I'd be looking to do some actual cards, but I'd also be happy to do some sketch cards, and they said they know a guy that does the sketch cards, could be in touch with that, so that might be a way in. So I waited, and kind of by waiting, I won the battle of attrition because there was like 8 people, and like most of them gave up and left. So by the virtue of the fact that I was left, I got my meeting. Again, it seemed to go pretty well, and then I had a big part of the talk was about deadlines and professionalism, and I said what I say to you guys a lot, like, hey, I am not the best artist in the world. I am professional, I am competent, there are a lot of artists way better than me, but I meet my deadlines, I communicate, I don't agree to do things I can't do, I follow through. I am what? A professional. And so they liked that very much. And they gave me the card and said to send them a link to my portfolio, which I will make a tailor-made portfolio using a lot of the stuff I showed them, but also using the tarot cards I had done and a couple other like card-like assignments I've had, the few that I've had, and hopefully that leads to something. And it's good because, like I said, it's not a big long comic commitment. It's 1-offs, 2-offs, 10-offs, and small images and simple layouts that would be a good source of income, a fun experience to work on cards, and also good for my profile, as like, oh look, it's an Upper Deck artist who's worked on whatever. They have some sort of monster series too. They don't have the license to Godzilla, but some sort of Monsters Attack series or Dinosaurs Attack, that kind of thing would be perfect for me. Well, I just saw what for me was the best cosplay of the con. It was a gentleman dressed up as Hayata, the civilian form of Ultraman, and while I got a picture with him, turns out his wife was also dressed up as a member of the Science Patrol, so awesome. And most of it was homemade. It was really cool. They were very nice people. Got a couple pics. I'll throw 1 or 2 up here. The thing about this on the news after Carrie Fisher died, they're auctioning off like all her possessions. I guess Debbie Reynolds too. Like this was in her house. She owned this. That was her chair. All actually owned to her. It's really cool. I mean, obviously, I'm not buying anything, but it's a good idea to bring some of these items to the place where it would be most appreciated and valued. Back over at Sideshow, this is like the 3rd time I've been here. There's Walter White, and I've never managed to see/capture everything. See, they got some James Bond, some Doctor Who. These are pretty awesome. I like Batman, like everybody's Batman, but these are, I guess it's the Flashpoint Batman, but this right here, I really love. It's so huge, like, again, it's one of those things, this is your whole house, with like the ice, and it's got like special claws to fight him, and this Arctic mech suit. It's pretty fantastic. I didn't even realize what this was from the other side. That's awesome. It's Megatron from Beast Wars, looking better than he did in the show. That's weird. Jack Burton, Batman, Lobo, all the world's best badasses. I'm a fan of this sort of Alec Guinness, like old Obi-Wan, old Ewan McGregor, young Alec Guinness. It's pretty cool. Image fame of Witchblade and all that, and it's weird because I've seen him a lot, and people seem to be walking right up and getting signatures and sketches and talking to him. And I thought he was, similar fame level as Todd McFarlane, but Todd McFarlane was so much more difficult to get to. I don't know why. And right now I'm actually looking to see if old Toddy's here, but he's not. He's hot Todd in a way somewhere. That makes no sense. Somehow I went the whole show without seeing this Justice League movie. It's pretty cool. It's still a lot of guns for what I think of as Batman. If I think of it as like sort of a Mad Max car, I actually enjoy it a bit more. It is a cool car. Do I think it represents Batman? No, but it is a cool car. These these just this like they seem like a step between the shampoo bottle figures that are $10 and like the little 5-inch. Like they're better articulated, but they look real plasticky. Yeah, these look terrible. These are terrible toys. I mean, I guess for little kids they'd be okay if they're cheap enough. But these just look like enlarged versions of these. Maybe these are the 2-up prototypes. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that those are not retail samples. This diorama's all right, not as good as some of the others we've seen. These figures look a bit better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also not a huge fan of some of the designs, and I don't know. That's cool. Yeah, the quality, I guess they're really just gearing them towards kids, and that's fine, but I hope the price point reflects that. Hey there, it's me, Gazbot, interrupting from the show floor. Now you're in the bed with me. Look, I'm editing the video in bed. Why am I filming something now that I'm already done? Why am I interjecting it? Because I had an awesome encounter that I messed up. 2 things are going on. You may have noticed the sound cutting in and out on some of my clips. I don't know why. I don't know if the batteries were dying or if it was rubbing the lapel mic. But his name, I believe, was Rob Paulson? I think his name is Rob Paulson, who does Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. He did Raphael in the original Turtles. He does Donatello in the new Turtles. He's done a million voices, and he happened to be right in front of me. He was at a shop. I don't know. He was doing a promo for somebody, and he was doing the Pinky voice.
It's me and Lloyd Kaufman, Trauma Studios.
I did that thing where I turned it, thought I was turning it off, and then I had like a 4-second video of me like looking at the ground. But I then talked about it afterwards, and my mic wasn't working, so that clip's gone too. So this is now replacing both of those to tell you that I had that fun encounter, and he had like a line of people getting a signature for something, but I just happened to be standing next to him after his little interview thing, and I said, hey man, could I just say I really like your work, I enjoy the cartoons you've worked on, and I'd like to shake your hand. And he was very gracious, and he was like, oh, thanks so much. He shook my hand, I really appreciate that, glad you're doing it, whatever, moved on. So it was a nice little encounter. I did have a video of him doing the Pinky voice, but they both failed. Oh well, now you know. It's on the record. Now let's get back to earlier today. I was wrong. One more cool thing. I've seen this before. They have people working doing like professional level effects, practical effects, not CGI obviously. I just moved to get a better picture and this person got in the way. All right, let me come back around. Better anymore.
The new 52? You mean total amount from creation?
Awesome. There's the remains of Cone's family. Monarch is doing Forenzos. I think it'll help the research if I just go and sit in some teeth and get some farts all over it, and they know the real meaning. Here's the famous monkey rock, and underneath monkey toe rocks. Rock, monkey toe. This whole thing kind of reminds me of the lead up to a ride at Universal or Disney or something. And if the Blade Runner thing reminded me of the actual event you would get at Universal or Disney, I feel like this is basically just the environment and the beforehand, like trying to make the line fun stuff. But then there's no actual ride or show. Forming that partially on the fact that the line is moving quite quick and is not that bad, so there can't be much going on at the end other than a picture.
So unfortunately, my lapel mic, which worked so well in all the other videos, has 2 little batteries in it that I suspect started going dead, which is what caused some of the issues in the earlier clips, and some to be just completely without sound. Right now, you're looking at me in the Lich King ice cream thing, and it was really awesome.
Nice
and here I am talking about it, you can't hear me,
lighting.
but there was a big
Look
plume
how
of
good that makes
smoke
me look.
of
I
like
look
coal
lovely.
when I went in, they couldn't even see, and it was really great.
Well, that was much quicker than I thought it would be. Oh, here's the Knights. See, I should end it with taking a picture with the Knights that I look at every day. I don't think I'm going to, though. It occurs to me, over by the bus, there's that other area that I always walk by that never went to. Oh yeah, there's a line, so I don't want to wait on line. I thought if I could just swing in there. There's that other little area. I'm going to stop recording until I get there. Paintball or laser tag. It looks like a simulated first-person shooter thing. For stuff like this, where it's just vanilla, it's vanilla, and strawberry sorbet, etc. I'm always I'm disappointed that Comic-Con doesn't do that more. Like, even just if they have hot dogs, calling them the, like, you know, kaiju, well, I guess that's my prejudice coming through, but it should be like Captain America dogs or something like that, and, you know, give it a red, white, and blue thing. I don't know, it just seems like to add a little element of fun, especially since they charge ridiculous amounts for crappy food anyway. On the subject. I didn't bring my lapel mic, so I hope you could hear me. This is the final stop. This is the Corvette Diner. We've come here every year since we've come to Comic-Con. It's in San Diego. It's the only time we come here, and it's a goofy place that I like a lot.
This is my Green River. It's got some sort of straw acrobat in it. It's sort of like it doesn't look very green in this light, but it's like kind of a melted green ice pop with a bunch of cherries. It's delicious as sugar.
Hey, look who we ran into! It's the big dog! Look, it's Dino Rex. Look at this insanity. It's like some kind of dinosaur Street Fighter game, but it's got weird graphics. Like, oh, like they're trying to do Mortal Kombat. I don't know, it's just made of clay, but it's like motion. Oh, no. It's terrible. It's terrible. Let me try and attack. Hey! Chomp, chomp, chomp. Nope, nope. I can't believe this game isn't more famous for me. Oh my god, get up! Okay, I better stop recording. Hear that horrible noise? That means I won. I don't know how. I don't know what's going on. This game is weird. Back at the hotel room, which is really the true ending, I'm going to show you the last little things I got. The swaggers. The straggling swag. Straggles swagger. Why do I keep trying to make up words? Okay, well, when I did the Tick event, this was the main takeaway. It's a baseball style shirt. It's got the Tick thing and everything. What was cool is you could get a t-shirt, a baseball shirt, a bag, a beer koozie. You chose the thing you wanted. This is ahead of time. They gave you a couple different positions of the antenna. You chose that, and then you chose out of several catchphrases. And it was in my size. So then I went through the thing, and they printed it up, got to the end, boom, here you go. This, I can't remember if I showed you guys the other day. I got this from Skeletor's Lair. I may have talked about it, but that's the Hordak shirt. I got one of these the other day. I got two more. They had Jason David Frank, as I showed you, playing people. Couldn't do that, but I got the free Green Ranger badge. Got a free Yellow Ranger badge. Got one the other day for that dumb game I play. And IDW Gem Sparkly Pink Pin. This was the Sunday pin, so I got that. This was an impulse buy. It was a Hallmark Christmas ornament, so I won't be using it anytime soon. But it's a really good 3D representation of the G1 toy of Soundwave from Transformers. I don't even know if that was an exclusive, but it wasn't terribly expensive, so I just grabbed it on a whim. This is the Blade Runner poster I got from the event the other day instead of the t-shirt. It's not the best poster, but again, that's not why I did the event. This, when I went through the Lich King's Ice Cream Citadel, as I showed you, this is the poster for that, which is kind of fun and neat. I thought there'd be a Hearthstone code or something, which, I mean, I don't play it, so it doesn't matter, but I was just surprised there wasn't. Also, when I went through the Tick, I actually got two of these. These are really thick, like cardstock posters. Handed me those. Over at Previews, I was checking on the raffles to see if I win, which I didn't, and there was some little, I don't even know what this character is. I mean, I love Free Comic Book Day. I guess these are Free Comic Book Day characters, tattoos. But better than that was this cool shirt. Unfortunately, they only had extra large left, but they were just giving them out for free. It's for Comic Fest October this year. I don't even know what that is, but it's got these cool monster characters, very Munsters-y. And that's a wrap for Comic-Con 2017 officially now. I'm going to make this video and then go to bed, and then tomorrow morning we get up and drive back. I probably left some things out. It's impossible to capture it all, even though you've now got several hours worth of footage. That's just a portion of what I did, and what I did is just a portion of what is possible to do. I've said it before, I've said it again. If you've never gone, you should go at least once. And even if you don't have tickets, you could just hang in the downtown and do things, like the Blade Runner, the Tick. I didn't need tickets for those. Anyway, how will I end this? By smacking myself. Always harder. I can't do it fake.